What happened? What, is there a bat over my head or something? What?
Wait.
Where is the spider?
No.
Okay, all right. Jesus
what's your
Christ,
name?
I thought it was on my head.
She reached up with a beer can and put a spider in it and then just fucking like grabbed a spider with a beer can, right?
Which means she brought it in.
I thought.
You should have given him an orange.
But you reached up behind Michael. You don't realize she put this Dr. Pepper. Don't give her the spider fucking. She put this Dr. Pepper can above your head and caught a spider that was about to land on your hat, and saved your life.
I mean,
Let's give her. Come on,
seriously, yeah.
Come on now.
What's your name, madam? What's your name? Madison? Yeah. Madison? Yeah. Come on stage, just so we have a woman on stage for once in our lives.
I think I know Michael's first time travel question. It's, did this Madison bitch come back in time to ruin my life? With all the spider maps?
Yeah, get that spider can. Oh, no! Brandon just drank the spider. He just drank the spider.
I mean, that brought back a lot of the themes about taking care of each other and about women doing the heavy lifting in this scenario.
So Madison, describe the spider and its descent over Michael's head.
Well, it was really small and translucent, and it was going down, and then it went back up, and then down, and then up.
And how many times would you say it went up and down? Madison.
Maybe 4.
Amazing, Jeff. Amazing.
But like a ninja, you use Dr. Pepper, an empty Dr. Pepper can, to just harvest it. Like amazing.
Was that your first time?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
No, it appears you've gone with a passive hombre. How do you feel about that? It's gorgeous.
Oh, I like it.
And how long had you been thinking about that?
It's a while ago.
Madison, this is the first time I've ever seen Brandon Johnson nervous. He's losing his cool right now. He's losing his cool. He just saw a woman save a dude from a spider attack, and now he's a little ill at ease.
Will you beat up my sister for me? Madison? Can I call you Madison? Madison? Oh, shit.
Madison, are you? Do you live in Los Angeles?
Yes.
Do you...
There was a weird reaction.
I know that guy's on a ledge, but I'm going to ask a follow-up question. I hope he's cool with it. Are you going to school?
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm done school.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Right. Done.
Yeah, Madison, get the mic right up to your mouth. We have a hard time
I'm
hearing.
not in school anymore.
Where did you go to school and what did you study?
Loyola University, Chicago.
Oh, wow.
In communication.
So are you a Jesuit?
I am not a Jesuit, personally. But
that's a Jesuit university?
It is, yes.
I went to a Jesuit university.
Oh, neat.
I dropped out of freshman year. I was a journalism major. Can't really be a major in your freshman year. Took the same class as everyone else. Just fancied myself a journalist. So you were in Chicago. So how long have you been out of school? You just came out to L.A. to ply your dream trade?
No, I've been here for 4 years, and I graduated in 2011.
All right. So what's the dream trade?
I moved here for screenwriting, but now I'm working at a VR company as an art director.
Seems like a good move. Justin Roiland, the creator of Rick and Morty, is it's 9/11.
Make a wish.
Justin
death of
Roiland is the
screenwriting.
9/11 of creators.
He's really into VR. There's he's like, he's like, it seems dumb to say he's convinced it's the future. It probably is. He's speaking at that thing.
Yeah, I work for them. Yeah.
Yeah, I
You work for the
them.
conference at-
So Justin's just speaking there, but I work for them. So ain't nobody gonna fuck with you, Madison.
What aspect of
for them.
VR are you specializing in?
I'd like to do content creation.
Like
Just
as a
like-
writer, I have an idea for a VR story or game or something like that, not like coding and like all that crap.
Yeah, creative development.
So what do you what have you noticed as a writer going into VR? Because I look at it and I just go like, oh shit, we're in trouble. Like, because it kind of defies the whole 3-act structure and things. Well, maybe not that, but in the sense of like, it seems like writing is going to become more bulk. Why am I ask you? What have you noticed? Why do I always have to be such a smarty pants?
I think it'll just develop a new form of storytelling, and it'll be a way to make things to create a totally new reality.
Do you think though that what does the writer's job become if if the new form of storytelling is that someone puts on a helmet or a pair of, hopefully something lighter and wireless, they put these things on and then they're in a different world. So the things that someone has written, they need to be even more so than we've seen in video games. Like writers can no longer just control what happens when. Writers need to actually just fill barrels of information about characters and things. So, all right, I guess I am a smarty pants. But are you looking forward to that? Do you think that's more fun?
I think it's really exciting. I think that it'll open up storytelling to a lot of different people that wouldn't normally have a voice in it.
Yeah.
And I think that people are sort of programmed to answer in certain ways. Like when you go to a grocery store, it's like, how much is this? Okay,
Right.
Whatever you have almost like a script already. So when you program things to be that way, then you can kind of tailor reactions based on a more, it's like a reality. So it's like if you make certain rules for the world that you're in, then you can create a totally new reality based off of these scripts that we already have.
So if I'm watching like Fast and the Furious, what is it, 10, 20 now?
I think it's 8.
It's 25. So is there a way I could just like hang out with Vin Diesel's butt the whole movie?
Yes.
That's the thing that would be amazing is like crowdsourcing writing so that like you have like your point of departure is actually a movie that's on rails, an experience that's on rails, but then people keep building it outward as if it's a town. Because like it's like the way that old Western towns are built. You went from the saloon to the horse store. I don't know. And then it built out and out and out and out. And then there's that would be interesting. That it's like, oh, you put on this helmet and you experience like, oh, this guy got caught cheating by his wife, and they're having this conversation at this cocktail party, and so you experience the whole thing. But then. Or even I was like, Vin Diesel and The Rock are going to steal cars for the government. Okay, well, then you do it. But then that idea that like, oh, okay, a team of writers that knew that someone was going to say, I'm going to stay here with Vin Diesel's butt. And that was as exciting to a curative type of writer who was like because we see that in fan fiction, like there's a writer for every crevice, like someone was like.
And I'd like to shake that man's hands.
So that you end up going into these experiences. Fast and the Furious 35,000 is actually, the virtual experience is more of a sandbox. Like, well, there's this thing that goes on where Vin Diesel and The Rock steal some cars, but people talk about stories as if they're real life. There's no distinction. They say, because that's how our life isn't real anymore. We say, hey, are you a foodie? Have you eaten at Cabbage and Dick's? They bring a cabbage and a dick, and it's like, it's an antelope penis, but it's like, it's filled with antioxidants, and then they bring this butter, and they make it by the table, and you have to make your own butter, and if your butter's better than theirs, you can put it on the dick. It's like, none of it's real. Like, it's not like, it's like, meanwhile in Lebanon, I don't know what's coming up. but like, so we're capable of experiencing an entire artificial world. So we would actually end up saying to each other, I would be not in a real room. I'd be talking to you guys, and then we'd say, hey, have you guys watched Fast and the Furious, but then hung out in Vin Diesel's ass crack? It's amazing because at midnight, Duncan Trussell comes in. And he's been doing this improv show where he's a character that steals a car out of his ass crack, and they're like, we're doing this hacking thing. I don't know.
It would be cool to see people get different awards for different storylines. So, like, you'd get an Academy Award for the Vin Diesel butt thing, but not the movie.
Yeah, well, it'd be interesting. It almost seems like you give awards 30 years from now. We'll give awards to engineers who fooled us into thinking we had free will.
There you go.
Like they'll go like, oh, this guy is like this genius or lady, and wow, it's not even funny anymore. That because I've played games like where I thought, oh, I'm making these choices and I'm having all this anxiety about Gwynnifer versus whatever the Witcher 3 like storylines. I was like, the brunette's being so mean. I'm gonna, and then it's like, wait, this could be totally on rails. And if you said, a trip to the grocery store, like there's laws you don't even know you're able to break because you're so given to just like staying in lanes. But at the same time, you could create a situation where people feel like a rebel for buying Lucky Charms, and it's really fucked up. Like we're all fucked.
I'm glad you said that. For a minute, it wasn't dystopian enough.
Yeah, it scares me because also it seems like, well, then nobody's gonna go, oh, Dan Harmon did such a good job on anything,
They'll still say that.
They'll be like, if you go out to the dumpster in the Lucky Charms Vin Diesel ass crack thing, like there's this Steve Bannon guy, and he just, if you push his left nipple, he gives you a recipe for carrot cake. Oh, it's Dan Harmon. So meta. The carrot cake recipe is a show. Sad.
Isn't that kind of like Westworld?
It's like Westworld, Michael.